As long as we are building websites, we will always be dealing with clients. Just like in your everyday life, there are people you click with and people you don't. Similarly, there are things you love to do and things you don't love to do. So why is it as web designers and developers, we don't define what it is that we really want to work on and end up taking every project that comes our way? One reason is that we are stuck thinking about a niche as very limiting. In truth, a niche could be a type of person, a region where you live, a type of software that you use to build, or a combination of all three. It shouldn't be limited to an industry only. In many ways, you may have already niched down without even realizing it. Yet, without the work to understand what you have experience in and enjoy doing, you may be limiting yourself. Another reason we don't niche down is we think that is the only work we can accept. A niche is more for you than anyone else. Your main website doesn't have to use the language of your niche. You can build separate landing pages for that. In fact, working on other types of projects rather than those that fit your niche is a great way to look for opportunities to expand or reevaluate. There's no rule that says you can only work on projects within your niche. One final reason we don't niche down is we feel it will keep our clients from having us handle other areas of their projects, marketing, or tech needs. This can be solved by having a network to refer your clients to when you stop offering different services. As long as your client knows that you are their expert for all things related to their website, they will come to you first when seeking services they don't think you'll take on. Have a place to send them, and you become an even better resource. We'll chat more about this in another lesson on building your referral network. So, now that we've busted those myths, let's move forward with what defines a niche. Often, the top qualifier most people use when defining a niche is there money in it? Web designers and developers will get hung up on if there are enough people in a niche to drive business and how big their pocketbooks are. We want to avoid that temptation. In this lesson, you'll find a worksheet to help you evaluate your past projects and clients. By using this worksheet, you will evaluate what past clients, industries, projects, and software you've used in the past, rather than focusing on what niche could make more money. List the project name and put the main decision maker for the project as the client. Then, list how the client would describe themselves. Were they a single owner business, a crafty side hustler, a creative female entrepreneur? List those characteristics. Next, what was the industry the project was in? Real estate, restaurant, law firm, etc. Note the type of project: a brochure site, an e-commerce store, a learning management system, a membership site, etc. Additionally, what special functionality or software did you use in the build that was unique to the project? E-commerce plugins, extensive form plugins, third-party software connected with APIs, and so on. Lastly, where was the business located? If you are just starting out, you can still do this exercise using projects for other companies. Just fill out as much as you know from past projects. After that has been filled out, it's time for evaluation. Rate working with the client. Apart from their specific personality or other challenges, was this a client worth working with on another project? 10 if they were ideal. 1 if you would not want a client like this again. Then, rate your performance on the project, basically rating whether you would do this build again. 10 is a build that you would want to do again. 1 is a project you would reject based on the execution. Now, reviewing this list from a 10,000-foot view should help you begin to see some patterns between your projects and your clients. You'll want to take key elements of people you've worked with, projects that were positive experiences, or places they've lived to define for yourself your niche moving forward. Here are some examples. Sue likes working with schools in the private school system who need a place to store assets for resource uploading and sharing. This niche is incredibly specific and limiting, so instead she could say, I work with a mid-sized business specializing in education and resource sharing online. With this niche, Sue will attract a lot more clients while still staying within the boundaries of clients she wants to work with. Another example is Tom, whose best projects were mom and pop shops with in-person businesses that needed to go online to survive. This niche is too specific. Instead, Tom could say, I work with local small businesses that need both in-person point of sale and online e-commerce. Sometimes you need to broaden your niche ever so slightly to open the door to a wider variety of clients. In the case of Sue, with her niche, she may attract a fitness coach who wants to create a learning management system that supplies resources for their students. Because of the niche she chose, the school she helped will be a great testimonial for the fitness coach to feel confident that Sue is the best choice. Now, if Sue gets an inquiry to do an e-commerce store for a mom and pop shop, she should happily accept the project. However, if Sue knew Tom, she would immediately recommend Tom for the job, maybe even receive a small commission for the referral. This is also why defining a niche is helpful. Sue knows exactly what business to send him. Having a niche doesn't mean you have to turn down the work. Having the niche is about attracting the work you want. Sometimes we can attract the wrong people. That's the point of having a network. We'll get to building a network in another lesson. For now, evaluate your worksheet and start to define your niche based on your past projects as well as your interests. For feedback, post your niche in a community group for other web designers and developers to assist as you craft. Remember, when defining your niche, you want to evaluate your preferences to that person, place, or thing. So you focus on a specific segment. Then expand that definition ever so slightly so you can attract as many people within your niche as possible. These are the clients who you will serve the best.